And this is probably where the edit to speed things up would have ended. And here we have the first of three new Archer slot hand spacemen. There's two in blue and one in red. I'm not sure if I have any of these poses. Alright, so I don't know if soft plastic is the right word to use for it. It's not the hard, clinky plastic. Boy, look at his face. These are in fantastic condition. Archer Plastics. I can't recall if there was a date fixed to these. I think they came after the clinky plastic version. And we learned from Blastoff that this group was called the Satellite Men, and they were one of the last lines of space figures that Archer made before they switched to educational toys. The chapter on Archer Plastics and their insane genius visionary, Robert Gennon, if that's the right name. I have that. Is I mean, this justifies whatever expense there is for you to obtain the book, and it does go into the design etymologies of the toy forms and how they were arrived at. And we've learned that my favorite group are the Satellite Men. Although, are they all men? Archer did produce females very famously for some of their sets. I like the parallels to the pulp science fiction. Here's a run. Nice little setup of Space Babes. So there's three Archer Satellite Men. Let's make sure each one's got some sort of a weapon. I believe that the equipment was meant to be interchangeable through the sets. All right, and they then join these two, which I'd had before. I think he's in a grenade throwing position. Which were the two others? Yeah, they got very different faces on them. And here are my collection of both the hard, clinky plastic Archer figures here on the right, and then I believe these three are Glencoe reissues. You know, I've decided there's just something about me, and maybe it has to do with the type of plastic. It's a friendlier kind of plastic than the clinky stuff. Not sure how else to phrase it except that there are almost friendlier forms to a degree. Look at the big old smile on his face. These are, I mean, it's Art Deco toy design, and I think it has to do with the kind of plastic. They're also less fragile. And you'd have to work hard at breaking one of these, breaking their arm off or whatever. Where those you drop them on the right floor, they're gone. A lot of them end up with broken gun tips because probably of that very reason right there. One good drop and that hard plastic will crack. These are a soft, dense plastic. I wouldn't call it flexible, but it's not going to shatter when it hits the ground. I'm wondering if this is supposed to be a female. The face is, I don't want to say it's softer or rounder, and I've never heard it described. That was one of the things that disappointed me about One of the only drawbacks of this segment for Archer was that there was no female, and I think that's a girl. The eyes are too pretty. I mean, if you compare it, well, especially with the face right next to it, okay? Yeah, that's unmistakable. Look at the roundness of the eye and the shape of the lips. Boy, Steve's excited. We got another girl for the crew, and she's gonna be packing some heat. I'm gonna give her the shotgun. I like it when girls get good and armed. Completely distracted now by how we have a girl. That could be female too. The red one and that blue one are both females. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to run this by the guys at the blog. You know, because when I went to get a comparison between the two, I was like, well, you know, it's indeterminate because it's the. I decided I couldn't get a good enough look at it, and the distinction wasn't enough, and so I passed it over, and that's why the distinction isn't that good enough, because they're both female. I had no idea. I would have been all over these things long ago, because space females are one of my specialties, or they're one of the things that I've decided to specialize in. Let's take a look. Never knew it. No, those three are definitely male. That's definitely female. I'll concede I may be mistaken on the red one, but there's just a softness to her chin that looks feminine. In my eyes, the red one has the whole austere Amazonian war goddess thing going on, where the blue one is sort of the conventionally pretty female. I don't know, though. I'll leave others who have been at this longer to render the verdict. You'd think someone would have noticed, and maybe they have, and I just haven't encountered it yet. All right, so that's how we stack them up. Each one's now got a piece of equipment, and I got 2 new girls out of it. How about them apples?
Miles and miles and miles.